Hi, I'm Alex Rosero from Ping Skills. Today we're having a look at the new table tennis balls. There's been a lot of discussion around these balls and whether they're going to be any good. Today we're just going to road test one of them and just see how it pulls up. So today we've got a very small sample. We've only got one of the paleo plastic balls, so all our results will be a little bit skewed by the small number. Let's have a look firstly at the hardness of the ball. So I've got a paleo new plastic ball and I've got a Nataku, probably my favorite of the old celluloid balls. So let's just press that in, putting fair amount of pressure there. Natakus are always pretty good. I'm putting a similar amount of pressure and I can actually put probably a little bit more pressure on the paleo and it's holding up really well. So the hardness is quite good. So as far as hardness goes, I think that's come up really well. Next, we're going to test for the roundness. So again, we've got the Nataku and the paleo ball. So firstly with the Nataku, and looks pretty good there. That's one way, and the other way looks pretty good. Looks really round. Now we'll have a look at the paleo plastic ball. Ooh, don't know whether you can see that. Big wobble. That way's not too bad. A bit of a wobble there. Big wobble there. So as far as the roundness, not so good. Now, there's been a lot of talk about the sound of the ball. So firstly, we'll play with the Nataku ball, and just so you can have a listen. So that's the familiar sweet sound of a table tennis ball. And now this is the plastic ball. As you can hear, a little bit more high pitched. And to the table tennis player that's played a lot with the celluloid ball, does sound like it's cracked. However, I think after a little bit of time, we probably won't notice that difference in sound. I'll do a little bit of serving now with both the Nataku and the plastic ball and just see if I can feel any differences. With the Nataku, with the plastic, with the Nataku, with the plastic, with the Nataku, with the plastic.
Yeah. So Alois, just looking at your serves there, it seemed to me that the plastic ball was gripping more on the table and actually slowing down when it hit the table. Did you feel that?
Yeah, I'm not sure whether it's the gripping or maybe just because it is a bit harder that it's bouncing up a bit higher, but yeah. I mean, I wonder if we can do just a smoothness test. So what about if I'll give you the balls in your hand and then you can just rub them and just see what you think.
Alright, so you just give me a random ball in each hand?
Yep.
Okay. Now, to me, that one feels smoother. It's the Nataku. Yeah, I think that Nataku is smoother and that's slightly rougher.
Okay, I'll just have a...
Yeah, let me try you, see if you can get it. Okay, close your eyes.
Yep.
There we go.
Don't feel a lot of difference.
No? pretty much the same.
Maybe that one's rougher or grippier.
That one's grippier? That's the plastic ball. I think it is.
Okay. Maybe I'm convinced. So after doing some bounce tests, they're pretty close, but you can see that they do go out of sync a little bit. If anything, we feel like the plastic ball bounces a little bit higher. So when we also did the test with two Nataku balls, they stayed in sync a lot longer than the Nataku and the plastic ball. The other thing I noticed is because the plastic ball isn't as round, it tends to bounce a little bit in different directions. Yeah, so it's changing direction a little bit when it's bouncing, so that will be because of the lack of roundness of it. So we're going to do a bit of a test now. We're going to play with both the plastic ball and the Nataku ball, but we're going to do it without the sound, because I think the sound does affect your judgment and your perception of which ball it is. So let's see now if you can choose and pick which one is the plastic ball and which one is the celluloid Nataku ball.
So, Alois, plastic ball, good or bad?
Well, I think the biggest drawback with these two balls is that the plastic ball just hasn't got the roundness, and that was affecting the hitting a little bit, the touch and just getting used to the feel of the touch, and also the bounce fractionally.
Okay.
Apart from that though, I think it performed really well. So it's hard, so it's not like there's some soft spots on it. Look, it feels pretty hard and even all the way around. It seemed to fly pretty well.
I found with the short pushing, and maybe it's just because I'm used to the Nataku, that I had more control with the Nataku. But once we used it for a little while, you could adjust. So I don't think that's going to be a big problem.
No, and I think table tennis players are pretty able to adapt well. I think the main things will be, firstly, getting used to the sound of it.
Yeah.
Secondly, hopefully the manufacturing will get a little bit better so that the roundness is better.
And we've only got one ball, so maybe that was just a dodgy ball.
Maybe. So I think in the long run, you probably won't know the difference in 6 months' time, and everyone will just think that table tennis is exactly the same.
I think even in 1 month, when the new ball comes in, 1 month later, no one will notice the difference. That's my personal opinion.
Well, hopefully that's the case. Hopefully the manufacturer will get it right, and table tennis will go on. Hi, I'm Alois Rosero from Ping Skills. Today we're having a look at the new table tennis balls. There's been a lot of discussion around these balls and whether they're going to be any good. Today we're just going to road test one of them and just see how it pulls up. So today we've got a very small sample. We've only got one of the paleo plastic balls, so all our results will be a little bit skewed by the small number. Let's have a look firstly at the hardness of the ball. So I've got a paleo new plastic ball, and I've got a Nataku, probably my favourite of the old celluloid balls. So let's just press that in, putting fair amount of pressure there. Natakus are always pretty good. I'm putting a similar amount of pressure, and I can actually put probably a little bit more pressure on the paleo.